Have you ever wanted to learn about foods as medicine? What I mean by that is to be able to go through the shopping centre, the supermarket, your fruit and veggie store, and be able to make good decisions for yourself based on what you need right now. Like you might have a sore throat, what food should I eat? Your kids might be snotty and have a bit of a cold going on, and you want to be able to give them foods that are going to help get rid of that. Maybe you are struggling to focus and you want to have a better diet, see if there's things that you should avoid or eat to do those things. Maybe you're trying to lose weight or put on weight or all these different things, or you just want to be healthier, you want to live 100 healthy years. Well, that's what Chinese medicine is all about. And food therapies, like using food as medicine, sometimes called Chinese dietetics, is one of the core branches of Chinese medicine that deals with longevity, how to live a long, healthy life. Hey everyone, welcome back to Chinese Medicine Podcast. I'm Hopkinson, I'm a herbalist and acupuncturist, and I also have a special interest in Chinese dietetics. So I've taught this at uni in various different colleges around Australia. I've taught this for at least 7 to 10 years. I used to teach at a little shiatsu school. That's how I got started teaching. And then I've taught it at university level courses. And over my years of being in colleges teaching, I found that they put less and less emphasis on this. And that's partly because maybe students don't necessarily want to learn it. But if that's you and you think, well, I wish I'd learned that at uni, or maybe you're in America or the US watching this and you think, well, they don't even include that in my course of acupuncture. This course is open for practitioners to join as well. Now, the pitch for this, the level of content, is for anyone who's interested in Chinese medicine. And in this video, I'm going to go through very quickly what is involved in the course, and then you can click into a link, a web pagey thing, and find out more about the course, and I'll go through a longer detailed about it. So roughly what we're going to learn is an intro into Chinese dietetics, what are the properties of foods in a Chinese medicine sense, and then go into a deep dive into all the different foods. Click on the link below to find out more. Week by week we'll talk about that in that video. So why would you want to do this course? Because you want to be empowered for yourself. You want to make better health choices, better decisions. You might have an interest in Chinese diet therapy, or you've watched some of my videos on YouTube about spleen qi deficiency or dampness or blood deficiency and things like that. And you have an interest in learning things in a more structured way rather than just ad hoc, hooly-dooly, however it comes to you on YouTube. And I must have hundreds of videos on my YouTube channel by now, but you may be even watching this one on YouTube. You probably are. So I wanted to open this up to my YouTube subscribers. The enrollments are now open, and this is going to be live with on demand. So what that means is you'll have access to come to the live courses, which is on Zoom. It's going to be a Sunday night, Perth time, which works out for the best for the UK and the US. Now, most of the people who have already joined my course, this is also part of a longer 1-year program. This particular 12 weeks, I'm opening up to people just to do by itself. You don't have to have done the previous 12 weeks. You can just do this. And what this is a 12-week program to kind of deep dive into the energetics of foods, what foods do, the properties of nuts, seeds, cereals, grains, meats and poultry and fish, fruit and vegetables, all kinds of things. And then we'll talk about what sort of diets will be great for different things going on in your body, different times of life. There's a whole week on children's health and women's health and stuff like that. So this is at the same level after the week 3 of what I would teach at a university level. The first 3 weeks, well, actually the first 2 weeks are really more to set the stage about the foundational concepts of those things. So if you've never taken a course of Chinese medicine, you will be able to understand this and you'll be able to follow along. If you're already an acupuncturist or a herbalist, the only weeks you're going to find like, oh, I already know this, is probably week 1 and possibly half of week 2. After that, I guarantee you this is not stuff you would have covered at uni if you haven't studied Chinese diet therapy before, or even if you have and you want it to be a bit more lively, a bit more in-depth. There's also going to be a really cool kind of follow-along recipe with me kind of idea. So you'll get a shopping list and you can go and shop for some of these sort of foods and herbs, and I will take you to a Chinese grocery store. So in this particular supermarket, it's all right at the entrance. It isn't going to be great to do this video, but I want to talk about a few different things. So what you're going to find is these packages of individual herbs, and then you also find packages of like soup mixes. So this has got several things in it. And what I'm going to do is I'll buy a few things and then I'll show you what you can do with it. Now, if you just have nothing wrong with you and you just want to sort of be a bit healthy, like
The reason why this one's a bit more expensive is this little baby in the middle here. That's called ginseng, and that's looks like really kind of nice. And that's what you want to look for, is that the colours, not always, because sometimes people dye things, but particularly with this ginseng, it's nice and bright. See how that looks really good there? So that's going to be a good one. And that's why this Sichuan, is it? No, Huang Qi Shen Ju Ji Bu Qin. I'm a Chinese herbalist. I've had many years experience, and I've never heard of that. So this is some kind of like special soup mix, but I can tell you what's in there right now. There's a herb called Shan Yao. There's some goji berries. There's some Huang Qi, which are the ones that look like a popsicle stick, the big tall one. And there's something called a fox nut in there, which is like it's not really a nut, it's just a seed. And that's why this is expensive, because it's got the Renshen in it. Why would you need the Renshen? Well, we'll do that after we've been in this busy supermarket.
I'll pop that thing in this video, because I went to one this week to kind of have a look at, well, what are they just selling there? This isn't anything to do with Chinese medicine. It's just in a grocery store. What might you find? And we'll deep dive into what all those different herbs are, how you might use them in your everyday life, and so on and so forth. So I'd love to have you join me in the course. The price is in Australian dollars, so it's cheaper if you're trying to convert that to pounds or US dollars or euros. It will be significantly cheaper. So there's a little bit of a currency conversion there, but do your own conversion. Just bear that in mind when you look at the price. Don't think, oh, that's expensive, because it's probably cheaper than you think because of Australian dollars value, okay? Now, you can do this by Zoom, which is going to be Sunday morning, about sort of 5 to 7 a.m. on a Sunday, depending on where you are in the US, or Sunday afternoon in the UK, about 1 p.m. It'll be quite late at night for people in Australia, on the other side of Australia to me, in the eastern states, but I'm also offering with this a one-off Q&A session with me privately, and there may be some opportunities, depending on how many students are there in different parts of the world, to have like a group Q&A type of sessions along the way. For people that want to do this on demand, that means you get access to the recordings, and then you can watch those recordings and do the workbook. There'll be an interactive workbook kind of provided as part of the course. I'm great at teaching. I love to blow my own trumpet. So I just wheeled out. I am really good at this, and I only like to teach stuff in these kinds of environments, in these courses, that I feel are going to add value to you, that are going to give you value. So please feel free to click the link below, find out more, and I'd love to have you on the course. If you've got a question about it, you can send that question to me by email, or you can book a free call even to have a chat with me before you enroll if you need to ask a question about it. Look forward to meeting you on the course, and yeah, awesome.